We're pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On second down, Cook. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Pickett. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Up the middle, it's Cook. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Colts had 5 and 6 to start play. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Mayfield. Pass out left, caught by Woods. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Mayfield. Being chased out left. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Mayfield now. Uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Pickett now from the gun here. He finds Pickens over the middle. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
A gain of 12 brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Now Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Colts, nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Cook again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's Larry Ogunjobi powering through to end that play before it could get started.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And Cook has it left side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Third down, here's a run by Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Here's Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
To throw again on second down. Pickett. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Ed Oliver. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And from the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Pickett back to throw. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air on first down with Pickett. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. See what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that's caught left side. It's Wood. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, Mayfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kwity Paye able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards, and it will be 4th down as well. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's good for a 4.
Cook is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Pickett will look to throw it here. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure. Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Pickett to his tight end Freiermuth for the Steeler first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Off play action, Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Harris running straight ahead. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Pickett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. Oh, nice move. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Cook running right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Baker.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. This one completes Alec Pierce. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Back to the ground, Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now,
it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's